Okay, this is a rough cut video of the video distance measuring device that we're using here at the 2014 IAAF Junior World Championships in Eugene. What you see here is the basic computer screen. You can see at the top, up here we have the capture button, and I just drew the arrow the wrong way, so I'm going to do it this way. The capture button. We can also see next to that the manually entered competitor number, and the database has already been entered. So we'll also see then the name of the athlete come up in this next box. Now this data was already entered. It's not being drawn from anywhere. It was actually manually entered into the video capture system. I'm going to go ahead and play this, and I want you to pay attention to this particular area right over here, which is the runway of the long jump. You're going to see the athlete come through there, and the way this is set up, it just so happens that this beam right here obstructs the view of the operator, so they really can't see the takeoff board at all. So they're going to approximate where the competitor is going to be, and they're going to have a plunger that they're just going to go ahead and press that, hold that until they have the capture sequence. So I want you to watch that yellow box. We'll go ahead and run this, and we'll see the competitor come through here in just a few seconds, and then I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again. So the competitor is going to come down. We'll see them run through that yellow box, and now the capture process is started. So what we have here across the top are a whole series of captured images. Now it captures at 7 frames per second, so what you see here is before the athlete actually enters into the pit. They've taken off, they're approaching the board, they've taken off from the board, but they haven't really entered into the pit yet. We're going to go ahead and scroll this ahead a little bit, and we'll see that now they've determined a particular image that they want to use for the capture. For the measurement. So you can see up here in the upper right hand corner that they have selected this particular image, and then that image is transferred down, and we see it on both the right camera and again over here on the left camera. Okay? So from here, what the technician is going to do is actually use the mouse to click and select an approximate location of where the landing occurred. So move ahead here a little bit, and you can see the cursor has now been inserted. You can see they've clicked here, and they're going to click roughly where the landing point is, and you see this blue line which is actually parallel to the takeoff line. So we'll pull back out here a little bit, and we'll watch this process, and we'll see that they'll go ahead and click there, and when they do, when they click, it actually creates a yellow line with a small red crosshair, and you can see the crosshair located right here, and that is the landing point in that particular image. I'll zoom back out, go over here to this photo, and you'll see over here that the same relative position has been selected and highlighted on this particular image as well. Okay? So now what they're going to do is they're actually going to come here and they're going to zoom in on that image and fine-tune what the position of the cursor actually is. Satisfied with that one on the right, they'll continue on over here to the left and do the same thing and fine-tune it. Now this one's fairly clear, so there really isn't such a big deal. They found two very clear points. They'll come back over here, and just as a matter of double checking, and I'm going to take care of those red circles, as a matter of double checking, they can go back, reset a point if the judge is not satisfied, and then the magic comes in. They're actually going to come back, and you see up here that they switch back to the third frame that was actually captured, which shows a pristine look at the landing area prior to the jumper coming in. And now they're going to toggle back and forth. The other image that they're using in this analysis, or actually using to determine the distance, is this one here. Okay? So they're going to go ahead and toggle back and forth, and I'm just going to toggle back and forth here myself, and you can see how we can go from the landing image to the prior image to see if there are any other changes in the landing surface that may indicate another mark or where the proper landing mark should be. We see none. They're going to toggle back. The evaluator is going to look at this. The judge, the actual EDM judge, is going to look at this and say, okay, I can buy that. Toggle it one more time. The operator now will go up and select OK or just hit enter. And you'll notice up here in the record box or the record box that we now have the jump recorded at 7.72 meters. And that's as simple as it is. The data comes in, the technician selects the point nearest to the board, or the first point of contact. The yellow lines that you see here, you see a yellow line right here, and you see a yellow line right here. Those indicate parallel to the takeoff board. And these pictures were taken from about 30 to 35 meters away. So to be able to have that degree of resolution where we can actually see the strokes from the broom in the sand is pretty amazing. But you can see how they line up, two different cameras from two different angles, and then it goes ahead and lays out and computes the distance at this point 772. Now this is a very rough image, and I'll be cleaning this up and putting it into a training a little bit later after I get home from Eugene. But just to give you a quick look at video distance measuring being used here at the IAAF World Junior Championships in Eugene.